Good morning. Well, it's morning for me. I don't know what time it is for you. It is currently Friday, the 30th of January. This is an unusual recording day, as you will be aware if you're a regular. I don't know when this is going to go up. It's been a bit of a week. I've had technical issues, mostly because of my own stupidity, which has created a lot of extra work for myself, which has set everything back. So I didn't get a chance to record on Wednesday or yesterday, so I'm doing it this morning, which means editing will have to happen either tonight or over the weekend or something, I don't know. So this will go up whenever it goes up. But at least I'm recording. I'm here. Hi. I'm feeling a bit flustered because this is not my usual routine. How are you? I cannot believe it is the end of January already. It's a bit mad. It is somehow... It's the longest month of the year, despite the fact that it isn't. You know, there are other months with 31 days, but we all know January's longer. It's just a fact, right? And yet it's just kind of gone. So, yeah. Life is lifing. I am full... Well, either I'm full of cold or I'm having a massive allergy flare-up. Don't know which it is at this point. I've taken an antihistamine. We'll see what happens. But yeah, if I'm sniffling and coughing, and I'm really sorry, I will try and keep it to a minimum and edit out as much of that kind of noise as I can, because I know it's not nice to listen to. It really puts me off when other people cough, sniffle, whatever in their videos. It happens sometimes, can't be helped. You can't get it all out. But I will do my best for you. There may be additional background noise today. Kelvin, my husband, is at home, but he's not working today. He's not very well, so makes me suspect this might be a cold too. So he's taken the day off. I think he's gone downstairs, so I should be okay, but you never know. And we may get a visit from the cat. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. Right, usual intro stuff. This is episode 1 of 2 for this recording session. This will be mainly focused on my crochet projects and plans. If you're looking for spinning content, that's in the next video. I can't remember what number I'm on. I think this is 62, which means the next one will be 63. But either way, if you can't see it, I haven't uploaded it yet. Just keep checking. I am planning to upload these at the same time today. I usually leave a day or two between. Here's the cat. Here she comes. Hello, sweetheart. You coming up to say hello? What was I saying? Yeah, usually I leave a couple of days between them. But I'm thinking, because I'm late with this one, I'll just upload them both at the same time. There we go. You're not going to show your face, are you? Probably. You never know. You look. But there's a tail for you. Exploring my desk. You can probably hear her on the microphone as well, because she's right next to it at the moment. Yes, you are. Yeah. Good girl. She's had a bit of a week too. Bless her. She has arthritis, probably, most likely, in her back legs. Her tail was on the mic. I hope that wasn't noisy for you. Yeah, we're still in the sort of trial period for the medication. just to make sure it's not doing her any damage in terms of her kidneys or her liver. So we took her to the vet on Monday for a checkup, and they did some blood tests, which she was not happy about. But she's forgiven us, I think. She always gets a treat when we get home, so that helps. It occurs to me, actually, Instagram people will have seen Neris in my stories. And the cat's name, Neris. She's knocked the microphone now. Yeah, she pops up in my stories relatively frequently and occasionally on the grid too. But you people might not have seen her properly, so I'll pop a couple of pictures up while I'm doing the rest of this intro. Maybe. No, I thought she was going away, but maybe not. Anyway, back to the intro. As ever, there will be lots of information in the description box underneath the video. Right, you're going to have to stop doing that because you're going to make noises. Just move the mic away from her tail. There will be information on where else you can find me. There will be links to the Ravelry project pages for all the crochet projects I talk about, and information and links for any other creators or businesses that I mention, and anything else I think you need to know. Stop being a pest. Yeah, and if you think I've missed anything, or you just want to ask any questions, or say hello in general, just pop it in the comments. I would love to hear from you. Right, let's see if Madam will let me show you some crochet projects. The tail is on the mic again. I mean, seriously. Yeah, you've been a pest. You are. Oh, right, what am I starting with? Oh, quick mention for the Magical Worlds blanket that I'm working on. I haven't actually shown you it in a while, I don't think, have I? But it is very, very nearly done now. I probably said that last time. I am on the last instalment of the fibre that I've been spinning for it. That has been spun. It is now yarn, and I am crocheting it into the blanket. It's gorgeous, gorgeous yarn. I would have spoken about it in a previous episode, I'm sure. I don't think I'm going to have quite enough to actually finish the blanket, so I'll have to find something else. But I'll have something in stash, and if not, I'll spin something. So hopefully, the next time I speak to you, I can show you that as a finished project. Though I think I am going to do a separate video on it too. I've probably said that before as well. So yeah, watch this space on that one. I might be about to sneeze, but I'm not sure. Just remembered I was going to do a quick what am I wearing. I'm not often wearing crochet, although it is becoming more frequent because I keep making things, which is lovely. This is, I'm not going to stand up for you, sorry. But this is the Solstice sweater by Brambles and Heart. And I love it. The sleeves are gorgeous. Super long and baggy and amazing. I love that in a sleeve. I should have made it a little bit longer in the body. It's just not quite. It's a lovely pattern, lovely jumper. It's worked out really nicely. But I do just want it to be a little bit longer. So I think I'm going at some point, who knows when, to add some ribbing to the bottom edge. The pattern doesn't have ribbing for the neckline or the hem, just for the sleeves. But that's okay. It's just, it's a really, really simple sweater, but it's quite a boxy design. I quite like my tops in general to sort of just suck in a little bit at the bottom. just kind of hug my thighs really, because I tend to wear them quite long. So yeah, at some point I'll add some ribbing. I don't know when. I'll get to it. Possibly not until the summer, because I keep wanting to wear this because it's really soft and snuggly. The yarn I used for it is the Yarn Smith's Lagoon in Giola. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Held with Scapia's Mohair Rhythm in Tango. And it's so fluffy and delicious. I love it. That will, of course, be linked in the description for you, the project page, if you want to have a little look at the pattern or the yarn in more detail. Right, let's show you a little bit more of the blanket that I'm making for Kelvin, my husband. This is a self-designed blanket based on the symbols from the Warhammer 40k franchise. I'm just using Stylecraft Special DK yarn in various colours, all of which will be linked at some point on the project page. Don't think I've got it up to date yet, but I might have. I just can't remember at this particular moment in time. I've already shown you the first 3 panels that I've done. I think I got them joined together just before Christmas so I could show Kelvin what I'd been working on for him. I've done the orcs. I can't remember who else I've done. Thousand Suns and somebody else. Can't remember. And these are all just words to me. I know nothing. So it's not my thing. I like the imagery and I like how much Kelvin likes it. And that's about it for me. But here we go. Here's the next panel. This is the Imperial Fist logo. I'm really, really pleased with how this one's come out, actually. I think, obviously it's very high contrast, which I always like. I just think it looks great. Yeah, and I've shown Kelvin and he likes it too. So I need to get on with the next one now. They work up fairly quickly. It's all it's tapestry crochet, the technique that I'm using, a combination of standard tapestry crochet where you carry the yarn and the intarsia method where you have separate bobbins or balls of yarn or however you want to do it. I kind of combine the two, just depending on the pattern, which part of the pattern I'm in. I'm going to show you the back. It's going to be backed with fleece or fabric or something, so it doesn't matter that it's a mess. And actually it's not too bad, this one. There you go, look. You can see in some areas I have not carried the yarn and in other areas I have. And that's okay, whatever works, you know. So yeah, I'm really pleased with how that's coming along. I would like to get it moving a little bit faster. I need to redesign a couple of bits for it, so that's holding me up at the moment. And yeah, I'll get back to it. It'll be fine. What was I saying? Yeah, I've got the yarn all set up, I think, for the next one. I just need to tweak the design. Yeah, and that'll be that, I think. I think Kelvin's back up. He has gone for a nap. I think he's got back up again. So I'm just going to go fetch something from our bedroom. Hold on. Okay, I had to go and fetch these because I've been wearing them. I'm only going to show you one. It's a pair of socks. I'm just going to show you one sock because I couldn't be bothered to go and get the other and put it on the sock blocker too. They don't quite fit on the sock blockers, they're a bit big, but it at least gives you a bit of an idea of what they should look like. This is one of my Tannenbaum socks, which I think I talked about last time. Another well, I was going to say self-designed. It's not. It's self-tweaked. It's a combination of no. It is made using the formula from the Quokka Socks pattern / recipe by Susan Sands on Ravelry. And then I've stolen the stitch idea. It's just from post double crochets, but that was inspired by the waffle socks pattern from Lakeside Loops. But instead of doing the waffle pattern, I've done mostly just the front post doubles. Then I've added just a couple of little columns. How well's that showing? I hope that's picking up okay. Yeah, sort of columns of just half double crochets. Just for a little bit of interest. Yeah, just keeps it more interesting when I'm working on it if it's not the same stitch all the way around. The toe and the heel are of my own devising. I'm starting to learn now what fits my foot well, which is always handy when making socks. And I find that a lot of the techniques for toes and heels in patterns don't necessarily work very well for me. So I've come up with my own. Not sure about the heel, but it was a good experiment. These are slightly too big. They are definitely wearing around the house, almost slipper socks really, rather than wearing out and about. But they're very warm and very cosy. I could do with them being a little bit taller for this time of year, but it depends what I'm wearing. They're fine. I don't mind shorty socks. Yeah, I just have to be mindful of what I'm wearing with them. This is mostly my Tannenbaum handspun yarn, which is one of my very early spins. Around about this time last year, I think. I say very early, one of my earliest machine spins. I'd been spinning on a drop spindle for a while before then. But I didn't have enough for a full pair of socks. So the toe and the heel are yarn from Vicky Brown Designs. I don't know the colourway name. They're just from a bunch of minis. She does Lucky Dip mini skein bags, and they're just from in there. So I don't know what the colours are, but it's DK weight yarn. And they are lovely colours. That's the toe, closer up for you. And there's the heel. And then, yeah, I ran out of the Tannenbaum anyway. But I had a little mini of my Dark Yorkshire Skies handspun yarn, which is a much lighter weight. But it sort of works. It pulls them in a little bit. And it means I've got a nice sparkly top around my sock. I don't know how well the sparkle will pick up in this light, but I'll try and make it sparkle for you. I'll wiggle it around a bit for you. Yeah, one of my favourite spins to date, just because of the sheer amount of sparkle in it. It's glorious. The main skein. What did I do? I did a tiny little mini for me to keep. I think it was less than 20 grams. It might have been 10. I did a 20 gram mini for the advent that I made for Laura of Folk Yarn Studio last year. So she got a mini, I think. I do have it written down somewhere, but I don't know where at the moment. And then I did the rest of it was about roughly 70 grams, went into my shop, and I think that sold at one of my markets last year. It has definitely sold. It's gone, I'm afraid. But yeah, glorious, glorious yarn. I can't remember now where the fibre was from. No, the Tannenbaum is from World of Wool. The fibre. Dark Yorkshire Skies was from the Thrashing Barn, who have since closed down. I believe the lady who ran it either has done or is in the process of setting herself back up. It's an online business, I think. I need to look into that and see if she's back up and running yet. I have waffled on for ages about those socks. I hope I've covered everything. Don't have a huge amount else to show you. Oh, very quickly. I have... sorry about the chair. I will hopefully get my new chair set up by the next time I record, and there might not be so much creaking. I have just literally yesterday started a new pair of socks. I haven't got very far yet, so there's no point actually showing you. I haven't even finished the first toe. But I do just want to show you the yarn that the main body of the sock will be made with. It is by Madrigal Yarns, who I've bought a few things from now. I keep seeing him at yarn shows. It's great. He's a really lovely guy. I still don't know what his name is, which is awful. I should probably find out. But his yarn is gorgeous and he's really fun to talk to. This is called Scarlet Peacock. I've literally just looked at the label. Yes, Scarlet Peacock. And it's another sparkly yarn. And look at those colours. Isn't that just beautiful? The side of it. Oh, that way. So these are going to be gorgeous socks. And I think, again, I'm just kind of just making the sock up as I go along with these again. I think I'm going to use the linked double crochet stitch for these ones. We'll see what happens. I'll let you know next time. Right, final project to show you is a work in progress. I can't remember what stage I was at last time, but I have definitely made some progress on it. This is the Bridgette sweater. I can't remember the designer name, but it will be on the project page. The pattern will be linked. Which I am making with my 2024 yarn advent from Blue Fern Yarns. And I have now got a completed yoke. I have split for the sleeves, and carried on underneath. I love how this is turning out. I've checked the fit. That's not quite right. Let me readjust. Fits really well so far. And I'm about to start a bit of... there we go. I'm back. No, it's frozen again. Slow down. Hopefully it'll catch up with me. Yeah, I love how this is turning out. I'll say it again in case the camera freezing interrupted me. But I'm about to start some shaping in the body. Don't know how that's going to go. I've not shaped a garment before. But the pattern's really easy to follow. It's really well written. So I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah, the colours of the yarn are just stunning. They're really, really lovely. So, and it is, as far as I know at the moment, anyway, it is the same stitch all the way around for the entire garment. But because I'm using my Advent minis, obviously I'm having to change colour every few rows, and that's keeping it interesting for me. And yeah, it's going to be a beautiful fade all the way through. I think I said last time that I hadn't decided whether I was going to keep yarn from each mini for the sleeves. I hadn't decided whether I was going to do that or not. Obviously the benefit of doing it is that then the sleeves fade at roughly the same rate as the body of the top. The downside is that it's extra faff. I've decided to do it. So I've got 2 tiny balls of yarn. I'm taking 5 grams each from each mini. So 5 grams for each sleeve, for each mini, which means there's 10 grams left for the body. I hope that's going to work out okay. I'm worried now that I've got too much in these and it'll be too much for the sleeves. I don't know, we'll see. There is included with the advent, because it's the option I went for, there's a full 100 gram complimentary skein that was for Christmas Day in the advent, that I can use to finish it off if the minis don't quite take me all the way to the end, either in the body or in the sleeves or both. So it's going to be fine. I am determined it's going to be fine. Yeah, it's fairly slow going. You know, it's the fingering weight garment. It's going to take a little while, and I am having to think at the moment, at this stage. I've not worked on it in a few days because I wanted to check the fit for one, which means bringing it back upstairs, from working on it downstairs, and yeah, it's at the stage where I need to actually read the pattern to get the shaping right. I can't just pick it up, do a few rows, put it down again. So yeah, hopefully over the weekend I'll get some done. We'll see. Oh, right. I've just realised that I haven't done a couple of other things that I was going to. I swear my words are particularly failing me today. Yeah, I need to fetch a couple of other things that I meant to get out before I started recording. So I'm going to pause again and I'll be back. Okay, plans. I don't have many. As I think I've said already, I want to progress Kelvin's blanket in particular. Everything I've talked about so far that isn't finished I want to keep working on, but I want to get the blanket moving. I need to just redesign the next panel so that I can get on with that. And then I'm diving into my hibernating whips, all of which I talked about in a separate video at the beginning of the year. But for anyone who hasn't watched that, I'm digging this out of the hibernating pile. This is not a jumper I have made. This is a Primark or Asda or something mass-produced cheap jumper, but I love it. It is so comfortable. so comfortable, and just really cute. It's daisies on it. It's very sweet. But as you can see, there is a nasty stain. Yeah. Probably about a year ago now, certainly a long while ago, I managed to spill black acrylic paint on it, which was not my finest moment. And I soaked it and I washed it and I got stain remover on it and I did all the things I could think of, and it's a lot better than it was. But there is still a very distinct stain. So I've decided what I'm going to do, because I don't want to sacrifice this jumper, it's too lovely. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look in my stash of what's the word? I don't know, but the cat's shouting for reasons. Fabricy bits and bobs, sewing things. I can't remember the proper word right now. I'm sure you're shouting it at me. I may have some bits of applique already, hanging around that'll suit. If not, I will crochet some flowers or butterflies or something, and I'll pop either a big one or a couple of small ones over the stain and then dot a few more around just to, so it's not just it's just the one. Maybe add a bit of detail around the collar and the cuffs or the hem or something as well. We'll see. But yeah, that's something I want to do fairly soon so I can wear this again without having a massive black stain in the middle of my chest. Let's see if she wants to come back in. Hold on. What? Get off my chair. You're in the way. Go on. She's crying because it's raining. She's been outside. You're a menace. Was I done talking about that? I think I was. It's not a huge amount to say, really. But yes, I'd like to get that done sooner rather than later so I can wear it again. Yeah, that'd be nice. Okay, and then I will put up over here on the screen for you now a screen recording of the spinny wheel random picker app thing I've got on my phone, in which all my hibernating whips are listed. I shall do it now, and you will see that it has picked this, which is I'm struggling to get out of the bag, this to work on. This is the Sacred Space blanket that I'm working on. Where's the yarn? Don't want to drop it. There we go. Excuse me. Oh, must stroke the cat. Sorry, hold on. She's being demanding. You're being demanding. I need to show the lovely people what I'm working on. We're not playing. Please don't stand on my notebook. You've got muddy paws. Or wet paws, anyway. Here we go. This is the Sacred Space blanket. I can't easily fit it all in. And now I can't see because there's a blanket in the way. Hello. And it's gorgeous. And actually, I don't think I've got, in the grand scheme of things, too much left to do on this. I can't remember exactly where I'm up to. You go in. There you go. I will have said in the separate whips video. Let's see if I can show you the middle. There it is. Yeah, it's gorgeous. I can't be bothered to get my notes out, so I can't immediately tell you who the designer is. But again, the project page will be linked for you, so you can go and check out the pattern and the yarn details and everything. I'm using Scapia as well for this. I think the colourway is called Dark Grape Squish. I'm pretty much in the middle of a cake. I love the gradients they do. Gradient yarn in general is it's a big win for me. I love it every time. But yeah, this is lovely. It's really heavy. I'm on my second cake now. Hang on, look at the colour. Yes, I must be on my third. Hang on, it's gone in, out, out. I might be on my third. Or I'm just using one of the whirlettes. There's a lot of yarn in it anyway. There's a lot of yarn going on. It's a lovely heavy blanket, but it's got a very high cotton content, so it's not too warm, which will make it a lovely spring summer blanket, just because I like to have something on my legs when I'm sat on the sofa. But obviously in summer it's too hot for a woolly blanket. I can't, I struggle with the heat anyway. I can't be doing with a woolly blanket. But just having a nice cotton something to drape over myself will be lovely. So yeah, I'll pop that back into active whips. Don't know how much work I'll get done on it because I have got other things I want to do. But I'll keep it out for the next few weeks and report back next time I speak to you. And that's it for plans, I think. Right, I don't usually do incoming in these videos. I tend to keep them for the spinning video. I do spinning and incoming and a shop update. But I've already got some incoming to talk about in the spinning episode, which in fact I've pre-recorded. And then this arrived yesterday, so I thought I'd talk to you about this. I put in a big order with Wool Warehouse. I can't remember what I've ordered. I know about one skein that's in here because I ordered it. That was the point of the order. I think all the rest is just to get it up to the free delivery threshold. Which I shouldn't have done. I should have just paid for delivery because it would have worked out cheaper. But does anyone do that? It's not just me, right? You know, there's a free delivery threshold, and unless it's ridiculous, you go ahead and work your way up to it, right? It's not just me, I hope. Maybe. I can't get in. Alright, Wool Warehouse always offer the option of having everything packed inside an organza bag. I've chosen not to do that this time, because I've got quite a big stash of them now. I order from them quite frequently. So it's ordered loose inside this bag. Right, this is the skein that I deliberately ordered. This is the colourway Sunshine from Stylecraft Special DK. Lovely sunny yellow. That's the colour that was used in the Imperial Fist panel that I showed you earlier on. It looks a little bit darker. Doesn't matter though, because it's going to be a different panel. If I do use it, I might not need it anymore. Placed this order because of this yarn, and now I might not need it. It just sums up this week, to be perfectly honest with you. Let's see what else I ordered. Oh yes, I think I've ordered a sweater's quantity of this. This is Stylecraft Recreate, which is 100% recycled. Oh, she's back again. And that's in the colour Ink. It is. It's in the colour Ink. I've got 2 or 3 of those. Excuse the rustling. Hang on. Yeah, that's the same, isn't it? Yes. And that's the same. So it's 3 of Ink. And oh, that label's coming off. And then a few of grape. Yeah. Lovely purpley colour. And yeah, at some point I'm going to make a sweater with it. I don't know which one yet. I don't have a plan. That's the packing slip. Don't show you that. It's got my address on it. I think that's all that's in here. Yeah, so I've got 4. Four balls of grape, 3 of ink. Labels are coming out all over the shop. Is that one? Where's that one? Grape again. Come on, eyes, cooperate. Yeah, that is ink. Yeah. Like the main sweater, whatever design I go for, will be in the grape colour, and then cuffs, ribbing, and a bit of detail in the ink colour. This is did I say already? Fully recycled yarn. And you get 40% wool, 30% acrylic, 30% polyester, and yeah, it's a DK weight. It's quite a fine DK. It's got really good yardage. You get approximately 350 metres or 383 yards in each 100 grams, which is really good. So, and because it's recycled and you know, a blend of all those different fibres, it's almost slightly tweedy, which I really like. So there we go, that's that. So yeah, no idea which sweater I'm going to make yet, or when I'll get to it. But that's what I've ordered. I have got a sweater's quantity. Oh, that label's broken. That's why it's not sitting in there properly. Never mind. So that will all go into my stash, which did not need to be increased, but now it has been. At least I've bought with a purpose. I haven't just bought yarn for the sake. Well, I have. I haven't just bought yarn without having a plan. Okay, it's not a concrete plan, but it is a plan. I'm going to make a garment with that yarn. Promise. Oh, coming back up. Okay, hi. You're standing on my notebook now. I need it. That's everything. So, according to my notes, my next podcast, obviously there's another episode to come straight after this one, and then it'll be about 3 weeks again. So that puts us, I think, on the 20th of Feb, all going well, which will be half term here. So Ned will be at home and will have been all week. There he is. She's now sat down on my notebook and sniffing the microphone and the screen. So awkward. Can't see my notes. Thank you. Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. By then I will have hosted my first market of the year. That is a week tomorrow, 7th of Feb. At time of recording, there is one vendor space left. I'm almost at full capacity for the first time ever, I think. And yeah, I think I've got 1 or 2 people on my not waiting list, like to be confirmed list still. So hopefully I can fill that space as well. That'll be good. It's going to make it a bit of a squeeze at the venue, but I've planned it all out. I know we'll fit. It's fine. And if we really won't fit, I just won't have a table. It's fine, because I always have a table myself as well to, you know, sell my yarn and things. But I don't need to. It's just, I'm there, I might as well. What else have I got to tell you before I go? I think that might be it, actually. What do you think there is? Are we done? Are we done? I don't care, just stroke me. Yeah, I think so. I think I've covered everything for this episode. As I have said more times than I can remember now, there'll be another video probably released on the same day as this one, this time around, which will cover spinning content, some more incoming, a bit of a shop update. I really, really hope that you've been able to hear me okay with this bloody cat. Hang on, my phone's ringing. Spam. There we go. Neris, what are you doing? Okay. Yes, I hope she hasn't made too much noise on the mic. There she is. Turn around. Show your pretty face. Ridiculous creature. Neris, what are you doing? Don't jump down that way. There's stuff in the way. There we go. Here she is. Oh. No, I'm going to go. Yeah, I hope you've been able to hear okay, and she hasn't been too much of a menace on the microphone. I hope she's kept you entertained. And thank you very, very much for being here and coming along and watching me waffle about crochet and fight off a rogue animal. Right, I shall be back very soon, and then again in about 3 weeks' time. Thanks again, and take care.